'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutter, threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday.
Hey Vikings! We know holiday break is coming up soon, but we have one last episode for you. Enjoy this episode of VVN.
Andrew Rennick pleaded guilty to murdering his neighbor on August 3rd. He pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and second-degree attempted murder on September 20th. Andrew fired multiple shots at police officers until he was taken into custody.
What's up, Vikings? This week is finals week, and our final school day of the semester will be this Thursday. So good luck on your finals, have a good break, and happy holidays.
What's up, Vikings? Today, the 19th, girls varsity and JV soccer will play against South Amani home. Both games start at 3:15. Boys JV and varsity soccer will play against South Amani away. Both games start at 3:30. Wednesday the 20th, boys JV and varsity basketball will play against Gabrielino, with JV being home and varsity being away. JV will start at 3:30 and varsity at 6:30. Girls varsity basketball will play against Gabrielino away. The game starts at 5. Thursday the 21st, boys JV and varsity soccer will play against Gabrielino home. Both games start at 3:15. Girls varsity and JV soccer will play against Gabrielino away. Both games start at 3:30. Also, wrestling will face Gabrielino away. Matches start at 3:30. That's all for sports this week. Hope you guys have an amazing Christmas break.
Hey Vikings, today's show recommendation is The Great Christmas Light Fight. Judges Carter and Tanya judge Christmas displays created by families across the country. Each episode features the holiday home transformations of 4 families. The winner is blessed with $50,000. You can watch the show on Disney Plus and Hulu. That's all for today, Vikings.
Hey Vikings, today's main recommendation is Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge, who is rich and stingy with his money and hates Christmas, gets visited by his former business partner, Jacob Marley, who is a ghost and the spirits of Christmas past, present, and future. These spirits hope that Scrooge changes his thoughts about Christmas and his way in life. That's all for me, Vikings. Have a great day.
Not gonna lie, I love the animes from this opening. If it's possible to not get copyright struck, you're probably currently listening to Gomakashi. Now, this art style may look familiar to you. If some of you watched the anime that I recommended last year around this time, you might recognize that it's Purin Maji Madoka Magica. This anime takes place in the same world, but this one right here, this is Magica Record, a Purin Maji Madoka Magica side story. Like the original anime, I also love this anime. So let me tell you about it. Now, the original anime, Purin Maji Madoka Magica, focused on the process of becoming a magic girl and all the dangers and benefits associated with it. As Magica Record is a side story of this anime, I highly recommend you to watch the original show since you'll understand the series and its magical girl terminologies better. Like, who are witches? Why are grief seeds so important? What are soul gems? And what is this creature named QB and what are their roles? What the stakes are in every fight, etc. And for someone like me, to lose their goddamn mind every time they drop a reference to the original series. In Magica Record, we follow Aira Tamaki's journey in her quest to find her younger sister, whose existence seems as if she just disappeared. The story begins when magical girls from everywhere are getting the same dream. Magical girls can be saved if they come to Kamihara. But there's something strange about that area. The witches there are much stronger than anywhere else and there's a barrier that's keeping out QB. The message from this dream is a bit alarming. It's calling about the salvation of all magical girls. I'm willing to dip a bit into the story since I love this anime and I would like for you to watch it. This operation is spearheaded by the Wings of Magius, a large group of magical girls who, even individually, are very powerful. Somehow, they have access to witches and uwasa, which are entities that are created by rumors that can kidnap people. Iroha may believe that there may be a lead to her sister from these rumors, but she isn't going to do this alone. Together with her friends from Mikazuki Villa. Now this is spoiler territory, but luckily for me, you get to see them all in the opening, or at least catch a glimpse of them, so you have an idea of what they look like. The leader of this team, Iroha Tamaki, a very kind-hearted girl who tries to have everyone be friends. She will never stop her search for her little sister. Let's go! Gachu Nanami, a veteran magic girl for 7 years. Actual girl boss right here. She not only makes threats, but she is the threat. Her warming up to Iroha throughout Season 1 is an absolute beauty and hits so emotionally hard in Season 2. Tsushino Yori, the mightiest girl of Banbanzai, the Chinese restaurant in Kamihara. The food here may be worth 50 points because it's a perfect blend of flavors, but she receives a perfect 100 points from me in terms of attitude and being awesome. Felicia meets Suki, a magical girl who works as a mercenary. Now, I won't reveal her backstory. Just go watch the anime. After hearing these two things about her, I'll let you come to your own conclusions when I say, she has a heart of gold. And Sana Furaba, a quiet girl that doesn't have many friends nor family to rely on as they have all ostracized her. Her family has called her a disgrace when they compared her to her own brothers. But the few friends she does have, she will protect them with her large shield.
Hey there, my bad y'all for not showing up last episode. Moving on, Baldur's Gate 3 won the Game Awards. Many people got mad about it as Baldur's Gate 3 fans really saying cry, cope, seat, mold, we don't care about your opinion. As they sweep 6 awards. I am gonna say this is my own opinion of the Game Awards. Yuri Lowenthal should have won the best performance because he had great performance for PlayStation Spider-Man. Now for the best content creator, I have nothing to say or I might get jumped or get heavy backlash. Just gonna say Iron Mouse, good job even though you expected Quackery to win. Well, I'm saying this right now for the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom fans and Spider-Man 2. Sometimes a game does not need an award so it could be great. You know what is great though? Kratos roasting Activision for making the COD campaign short.
No 8-minute speech like last year, but fun fact, my speech was actually longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign. What? Another company I'll never work for.
Campaign short, as the Activision nerds are crying like babies from how hard they work on the COD campaign. On the other hand, I'm not gonna recommend Baldur's Gate 3 since it's basically Dungeons and Dragons, but I am gonna recommend multiple games since it is the end of the semester. Enough yapping, time for the games. First game is Bayonetta 2, a sequel of a great game series to get into the holiday. It is an old game that's about to turn 10 years old, but it takes place close to Christmas. In the game, you play as Bayonetta, an Umbral Witch, which are basically witches fighting godlike beings with their magical hair. Now for gameplay, it's like Devil May Cry. Multiple weapons, many combos to do, with a banger music playing at the background. Devil May Cry have devil triggers where you can transform into a demon form so your edgy heart can be happy. But Bayonetta, we don't got that. Why? Well, because we can summon a freaking T-Rex that's made out of our hair. Because in this game, Bayonetta summons godlike beings with her hair, as her summons that are known for her is a freaking T-Rex that mauls you and a giant butterfly woman that has some mean hands to be thrown. Moving on to the second game, since my guy David mentioned Yakuza 0. Now out of context, yeah, it sounds bad as for the title since it's literally the Japanese mafia, but hear me out, the plot is good. Yakuza 0 takes place in Japan as you play as two characters, Kiryu Kazuma, which is famous for the Dame Dane meme, and it's known for the dragon. Does the ship comes to honor. And Goro Matsu, the mad dog himself, that's Yakuza at one time. Both of them got into a conflict between Yakuza factions to take control of a place named the Empty Lot. As for gameplay, it's a third-person beat-em-up. You can get different fighting styles with a gimmick called heat action, which was mentioned by David. Basically, it's a heat action is basically get grabbed and you're done.
Oh, well, we'll never know. Let me tell ya. And I talk about that man can eat at all. But there's a big that should be small. Who can tell what magic spells will do?
My favorite style in the games are Kiryu's legend style, and he also has the best move ever called Tiger Drop, which is I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And one of the best fighting styles in the game is Majima's breaker style, as you basically break dance on people. It's funny that you could just disrespectfully take down a group of people with the power of dancing. Now for the last game I have is Osu. This is just for the people that like rhythm games, especially now because of the Fortnite Music Festival. The game has no plot, you just have 4 types of rhythm games. You got Osu itself, where it's basically the original Aim Labs, but you gotta click on beat with a song. Osu Taiko, based off a Taiko no Tatsuje drum rhythm game. Osu Catch, which is controversial for some reason. People say it's not a rhythm game, since you just catch random objects falling from the sky. And finally, Osu Mania, the one game that people should play so they could be better on Fortnite Music Festival. Now, I am gonna say right now, you gotta tamper with the settings for a bit to get comfortable with Osu Mania, and you can play different songs. You just have to download them on the website. Now to round it all up, Bayonetta 2 is Switch only and has no updates. Yakuza 0 is on PlayStation, Xbox, PC and has no updates. OC is on PC and I have seen people play it on phone, but I really have nothing to say to that and will have updates. That's all I have for you, unless if Patch Me that was supposed to show up last episode is here. Just a heads up, he's wearing a chicken mask and stutters a lot. Have a good holiday. See y'all on 2024.
That's all for this week, Vikings. Have a nice break.